Everyone, it's Ben from Game Hunters R Us, and I'm kind of back. The renovating in my room is done, although I haven't had enough time to put everything away yet, so I'm not quite ready to do a tour video or to go game hunting, but... So here's a vlog review of a game that came out a couple days ago. Donkey Kong Country Returns. Now, a little bit of background before I get into this. The first Donkey Kong Country game was the first Nintendo-published game I ever played. And ever since I played it, Donkey Kong Country 2 has been my favorite Super Nintendo game. I'm kind of a Donkey Kong fan, and I've been waiting for this ever since they announced it. So here we go, the first Donkey Kong game on the Wii U. The second Donkey Kong game made by Retro Studios. They made Returns, which was very good. But how does this one stand up? I actually haven't had too much time to play this because I've been doing some volunteer photography this past weekend, so I'm only about halfway through the third world, so keep that in mind. So far, this might actually be the best Donkey Kong game yet, for any system. I know that's a bold statement, but so far that's what it feels like. But Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze is the first country game where you can play as more than two different Donkey Kong characters. Of course, there's Donkey Kong and Diddy, who are also in Returns, and there are only two people you can play as at a time. But with this game, there's also Dixie and Cranky. Now, if you're playing one-player mode, you're always playing as Donkey Kong, and then the other character is always on your back. If you're with Diddy Kong, his rocket pack kind of slows down your falling if you hold down jump. With Dixie Kong, her helicopter spin actually makes you go up for a bit, and slows down your falling for a little bit. With Cranky Kong, he brings down his cane, and it lets you bounce off of sharp, pointy floors that would otherwise hurt you. It's kind of weird. I feel like it should almost be Diddy and Dixie reversed, but whatever. It works. And so far the gameplay is very similar to other Donkey Kong games in that you can pound the ground, you can roll around. There's a good variety of bad guys, and although they're not the Kremlings, gameplay-wise, a lot of them are similar to the Kremlings. You can swing on vines. Swimming levels, minecart levels. I've played 2 minecart levels so far. Now, the one was kind of standard, which is fine, but the second one was really creative. It takes place in some sort of sawmill. And for a little while you're on the cart, you're dodging saw blades, but then you go on a wobbly track, it knocks you off, and then you land in a log. And then for a little while you're actually floating on water with this log, still going straight forward. Whenever you jump, once you land into the water, you kind of sink underground for a second, then you pop back up. And there's a lot of really creative uses like that. Sometimes the background actually affects the gameplay. Maybe you'll have an object falling and then you'll have to run forward as fast as possible as this object is destroying the very ground behind you. Or there's some really good use of the ground pound to do more than just beating bad guys or popping things up from underground. So a lot of really good stuff. The graphics are also really good as well. The HD 1080p, you see all the individual hairs on the Kong arms and everything. The bosses are kind of creative. There's just there's a lot of stuff to like about this game. Can't think of any single complaint so far. But this is worth getting a Wii U for if you like Donkey Kong. It's one of several must-have games for the system by now. I mean, there's the exclusive Lego City Undercover, which is kind of a combination of Lego games, with, oh, man, Lego games with a GTA-style open world, and the story is basically Buddy Cop spoof. It's kind of hilarious. And then there's the new Super Luigi U. Been playing that recently as well. It's kind of like the Mario games, except you have a much shorter time limit with everything, and it basically turns every level into a speed run. And it's a lot of fun. Really, really difficult too. And then there's the upcoming Super Smash Bros. Game, Mario Kart, Bayonetta 2 is going to be exclusive to it. Hopefully this year, although they haven't released a release date yet. But this is definitely worth getting a Wii U for. And I certainly plan to keep playing it. So I'm not. Hopefully, I'll have everything set up soon enough so that I can start. So I can do the promised tour video and then start getting more games soon. But I still have to move a few more shelves in here, and some of them are heavy enough I can't do on my own. Still have to get my fridge back in here. But there you go. That's my little quick vlog review of Donkey Kong Tropical Freeze. Hope you enjoyed. See ya.